Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat.
Hey there, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys were exploring the Drift Rock, and they continue to explore the Drift Rock with some goblins in tow. And I talk about responsibilities between PCs and GMs. Who is responsible for what? So last week, if you remember, they finally got onto the Drift Rock. However, they were in pitch black and 0G and were bouncing all over the walls. They actually found a huge cavern. They wandered into it where almost no one can see anything, and then suddenly Tuttle was shot at. I actually pick up this week's action with a little bit of last week's action just to catch everyone up in case they forgot exactly what happened before they entered that cavern. So this week's show is actually, it's interesting. I'll be curious to hear what people think of it, as you will hear lots and lots of actual real-world concerns. The party is, I would say, a little discombobulated, and they are definitely out of their comfort zone. And when you put players out of the comfort zone, you start to see, I wouldn't call it infighting, but let's just say they get uncomfortable in bad situations, and you see a little bit of that play out in this episode. Also, one thing I want to explain is that this episode's a little hard to understand in some ways because it's taking place in 3D combat, in darkness, in this huge cavern. All you need to picture is the following. The PCs are on the right side of the cavern, and the antagonist or antagonists are on the left side of the cavern behind a gigantic boulder. And one of the interesting items is that the corridor they were in was extremely windy. So just to kind of go through a windy corridor could take several rounds in 0G. So a lot of the episode is them just trying to get into the cavern, which you're going to hear. And they actually figured out that 0G is a real pain to move in, and they actually kind of address this in the future episodes. Also, once again, you could always go on the Discord channel to see exactly what the cave looks like and what they were doing in the cave. But if you want, just picture it that way. If you can't follow exactly what's going on, they're just all trying to shamble in there and get their bearings, and it is a complete mess. So with that, let's get into the show.
Here, as long as you promise to stay close, how about I go first, since I have better vision?
Jason McDonald is playing the Yosoki mechanic Tuttle Blacktail and his drone, Cheddar.
Yeah, but Jason, didn't we establish that your robot cannot communicate what it sees?
No, what I'm saying is I can.
Oh, Tuttle
So,
in front.
Yeah, I'll just
okay.
go in front.
Okay.
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
Wow.
Hirogi nearly faints at the bravery of Tuttle in this moment.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hirogi.
Yeah, you're really
It's
out
more,
there now.
it's more practicality than bravery.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tuttle.
I applaud his bravery from back here in the rear.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
So that at least gets us more visibility.
You see large chunks of rubble that are scattered across this cavern. A large boulder to the west. It doesn't look that large, but you see a little rock directly to the west
Oh,
of
yeah,
you.
it's kind
That's
of the
quote.
same color.
That's quote the large boulder.
Roll for combat!
Oh, I was going to shoot the large boulder.
All right. Proceed. Attack the boulder.
All right.
Nope.
No. Well, okay.
Suddenly, While you're staring at the large boulder, which you can't see, by the way, Mo, the only person who can see that boulder, because it's more than 20 feet away,
All right, yeah, you're
it's
right.
25 feet away from you, is Tuttle. And Tuttle suddenly gets hit
Oh my
by
God.
a bullet. Mo is up and knows that Tuttle was just hit by something.
All right.
Tuttle, what did you get hit with? Like, who shot you?
I just say all the way on the far side of the cavern to the west. I didn't get a good look, but that's where the shot came from.
All right. All right, so I'm going to push off here. Oh, boy. How fast can I move in one direction?
Was it 20?
You can move at...
Because this is going to get into our zero gravity rules.
Did anyone communicate what's going on?
I did mention that I got shot from the far side of the room.
You can you can move up to half your land speed in the direction of your choosing.
In the direction that I'm choosing. Okay, so I'm going to move 15 feet. What is my land speed? It's
35. And you're
35.
Down, so
So I can't go 50. I can't go 20. I can go 15.
It's rounding down.
All right.
15.
All right, 15, and I'm going to shoot with my. Well, I'm going to look at what's
It might
there.
be a colonist.
Give me a perception check. 5. You can't see what's behind the rock.
Oh, it's something behind the rock. Okay. I'm going to. I know it's going to be a huge minus, but I'm going to shoot it with my azimuth. My azimuth
Is that
laser cannon. Yeah.
Has it finally happened? Are we actually attacking the darkness?
You are attacking the darkness, and you have a flashlight in your hand, so you can't do that.
I don't have a. Well.
Yes, you do. You have a flashlight in your hand. You said you
Okay.
did.
As I move, well, I can drop
If
a
you're going to
flashlight.
drop
It's a
your
free action.
flashlight,
Okay,
it's going to go all over the place, and you're
and
not
that's
gonna be able
fine.
to see.
That's fine. I
You're not
still
gonna-
have,
Won't they just float in the air?
He'll float in the air, but off kilter, which will give him at least a 20% mischance on everything.
what are you talking about? I'm just dropping a flashlight.
In 0G,
Yeah.
it's like dropping, and it's going to start floating around and will not shine in the direction you need to, and it's
Well,
pitch
I've
black.
got another light on my bodysuit that has 15 feet range.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
you
right.
didn't say you were keeping that on. You kept
of course.
insisting you didn't. No, well, not of course. You kept insisting you wasn't. So you have both your lights on. So you're dropping the flashlight.
Yeah, sure.
It's floating in the middle of the air. You're dragging your azimuth cannon. You're trying to shoot the rock. Go right ahead.
Right.
Shoot the rock. What did Dwayne Johnson ever do to you?
Ah,
Do we smell what the rock is cooking?
I roll a 3.
You roll 3. You hit some rock.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's that.
Zerk is up, and he's like, "What's going on? What's going on? What are we doing? What are we doing?"
Calm down, boys. Just wait there.
Rusty's up.
I'm going to go see what's going on. I'll let you know.
You can either move 5 feet. Well, okay, if you're going to do that, if you're going to push off, you can do that.
Yep.
And now you're going to hit the wall.
Yep.
And you have to give me the acrobatics or athletics check to stop.
All right.
I'm going to tell these guys there's somebody shooting at us from behind this rock.
Well, attack the rock, obviously.
Pushing off, trying to move 15.
Acrobatics
Wow.
of 26.
Rusty, you managed to grab on to the rock, and you managed to hold.
Just to make sure, did everyone see how well I did that, or were they facing the wrong way?
I wasn't looking.
I saw it was right in front of me.
I can't see farther than 15 feet now. So
Okay, so I only impressed Hirogi. All right, fine.
and the goblins.
And cheddar.
Oh, the goblins. Okay.
Rusty, again, you're behind everyone, and you can see and you can only see 15 feet in front of you, and you just see a bit of an opening to a very large cavern. Tuttle is up. You also, well, you can see the rock, and you can see Mo in front of you, floating. So
I'm going to shove off to the south,
Okay.
and I realize I'll have to do an acrobatics check.
You have to do an acrobatics check as you're about to hit the wall because it's only 10 feet away from you, or athletics.
I'm pretty bad at both. I'm a little better at acrobatics, though, so. Thunk. I hit the wall.
By the way, it's a move action to then steady yourself. So it's a full round just to move. It's one action. It's a move to move, and then a move to hold onto the wall. So you fail, and you get the off-kilter effect, which basically just gives you a -2 to your attacks.
So
That's it. And you also can't take a guarded step. And you can't take move actions that move your speed or crawl.
So the move costs a move, and then I'll also have to take a move to steady myself?
That is correct.
Can I steady myself next round?
You can try again and take a move action. That is, yes. And then you can take a standard. So picture it this way. You pushed off, you tried to grab on the wall, you failed. Next round, you can try to grab onto the wall again, and then if you do, you can shoot.
No, I'm more asking in terms of can I still give Tuttle, or can I still give Cheddar orders?
Well, you can still give Cheddar orders now because you just used a standard and a move action.
Okay, right on. But I can only do a move with Cheddar.
Can you see what's behind the rock, though?
He can do a quick perception. Actually, he can't because he was flying south.
So the creeper speed is like, so the kind of creeping along using handholds is just 5 feet?
That's it.
Okay, so I'm going to have Cheddar do the creeper speed for now. Because I don't know exactly how that's going to work with him, so I'm just going to do that.
There'll be a big piece of metal flying around.
Hirogi's up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move here.
You can't do that. You can only go one direction at a time. You have to go in a straight line.
Okay, so my first move I could do like this, the move action.
And then it's another move to stop. You could basically, in this corridor, you can move there, and then next round you can try to push off.
Okay.
Yeah, and just try and do what I did just a minute ago. Just copy me.
He can't do a double move? Or what's that, a double move?
No, he has to. He can do a move to move, and then he can do another move action to stop.
Another move to stop. Okay,
but then he's
just
done.
making sure.
So he might as well just
Got
be
it.
safe and take a 5-foot step, basically. Not a 5-foot, but move 5 feet. Because there's nothing in front. There's rock 5 feet in front of him. Now you can move diagonally. It's very bad not to have a lot of open space. So ironically, you kind of wanted to be in the large cavern because that gives you a lot of maneuverability. Torsa is like, oh, me want to join fun. Me hear things. Me hear screaming and yelling through headset. Sounds like fun. And he takes off and is floating in space. Mo, you automatically continue.
Yep.
There, and now give me an acrobatics or athletics check as you crash. Are you crashing? You are aiming yourself towards the rock itself, like kind of towards the ground?
Well, to the side of the rock, I guess.
Which side, north or south?
I guess south. Well, you can't go north. There's no. It doesn't seem like there's because like how high is this
30-foot high ceilings, 30 feet high.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I don't want to get in Tuttle's way. So
That's
okay,
fine. You
yeah,
can crash
let's
into
do
the
that.
ceiling, to the corner there. Give me an acrobatics or athletics check. If you want to, you could either do nothing. Actually, no, you have to move and then you crash. So give me an athletics check.
I've been studying your tactics, Mo, and you appear to be thinking in a two-dimensional way.
Yeah. I move automatically. Can I, as a move action, me be stopping?
Yes, I said make
Okay.
a movement. An acrobatics
It's an
athletic check is a move
okay.
action to try to grab onto the wall and stop yourself.
20.
You make a 20, so you grab on perfectly. Good job, Mo.
Perfect lizard maneuverability and
Did you grab on with
perception?
your tail? Your
Since I'm
prehensile
like
tail?
some yeah, that's right. I have a prehensile tail. Since I'm only 5 feet away, do I see what's there, or do I have
You're
to
more
make
than
a
5 feet
perception?
because you're kind of like up in the corner, but I'll say you're approximately. Yeah, you can give me a quick roll.
What's that mean?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. 10.
Yes, you see what appears to be a female android, and there's 4 of them.
What?
Like, what are they dressed in? Like, what type of, like, are they in
What?
spacesuits? Are they without
Yeah.
spacesuits?
No,
Actually, they don't have to have spacesuits.
Yeah, they don't have to have
Yeah,
spacesuits.
because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there appears to be 4 identical female androids. They're hiding behind this rock, this large boulder. She seems to have a very large gun, and in fact, I'll show you what she looks like. So that is what you see, and there's 4 of them.
Wait, how could there be 4 of them?
You don't know? Mo, what are you gonna
Like
do?
they're all like in that one space. That 5.
Yeah, they're all like kind of like stacked on top. Some are like one's like on the ground, prone. One's like against the wall.
Okay.
One's like above them. They're all like in different positions.
I know what
planned back there.
Chris?
Are they in like a militaristic looking?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. That's what I need to know. Okay, so I relate that information to the crew. Say we got
That's an operative using their mind trick that you've seen me use before.
I am going to
Wait,
shoot,
what? I've never seen you do anything like this.
I'm going to shoot one with
I can do
with my laser.
That will be an attack of opportunity.
I thought he's like up in the air somewhere.
He said he was 5 feet.
That's right. I'm 5 feet away. I'm going to drop
she has a gun
my
now.
laser. I'm going to
she
drop
does.
my laser.
Okay. You're dropping your laser's now floating in the air.
Yeah, I'm floating around in the air. I'm gonna have to do a little
Space debris.
Space cleanup mission, and get out my hammer and whap one on the head.
Okie dokie, you see her, you can go right ahead.
Say, try to reason with her. She's probably part of the crew.
Assault hammer. The name of my assault hammer is Reason.
You change your name. You keep changing that. All right. Which of the 4 do you hit?
The real one?
Should I roll a d4 or should I just...
Whatever you want to tell me. You tell me how many. Which one do you want us to do?
I hit number 2.
All right. You hit number 2, and it blinks out of existence. There's now 3 of her left.
I tell the gang, hey, there's some crazy mirror image thing going on here.
Did you not hear what I just said?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know what that means because I am a crazy. I don't know what an operative is.
That's what I am.
Well, that's your problem then. You can fix it.
Oh, I thought all of what you were doing was just some weird alien ability. I just paid no attention.
Oh yeah, there's that too. But, you know.
Yeah.
She looks up at you. She smiles. She pulls out.
I've made a friend.
No, you did not make a friend.
I made a friend already.
She pulls out her large survival knife, something out of Crocodile Dundee.
You call that a knife?
She looks at
she
you.
say, now that's a knife.
She's like, now that's a dead Vesk. That's what she says. And she does a little, what are they called, Hirogi, when you're doing...
Call the miss.
What do you call that when you do a
trick
little...
attack.
Oh, that's right, a little trick attack. Let's see.
Fail.
10 plus 17
rolls a 10.
is a 27.
That sounds like
that's
a fail.
Gonna fail.
Sounds like a fail.
I mean, I think
know.
that's going to hit you.
Go
so
to the
you
book.
are you're flat-footed against her.
Yep.
And that flat-foot was
Isn't
the difference.
flat-footed in zero gravity a bit of a misnomer?
I know, it's kind of strange, but we're going to say it is. The good news is she only hits you 5 points of damage, but then she gets her extra trick attack damage of another 4 points of damage. And she laughs. She's like, ha, 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 ha. And what actually happened is all 3 of them attacked you at once, and you're like, what's going on? What's going on? And then you realize, and you dodged the wrong one, and then one of them just stabbed you.
I say the only good operative is a dead operative, and
hey,
I take that damage.
No, that sounds right.
Yeah, about right. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Hirogi, if you want, you could prove you're a decent operative by going mano a mano, operative out of operative, and just soloing this one.
Well, I mean, I think we should reason because, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know.
It started shooting at us without trying to
She's loaded
reason.
for bear. She's militaristic, and she's loaded for bear.
Zerk is like, I'm coming to save you. I will come.
Yeah, we can't actually communicate with these creatures because it's kind of vacuum, so...
No, you guys all have comm units. Of course.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Not to her though. We don't have.
She probably has a comm unit.
It's unclear how that would all work, but yeah.
Yeah, how would that work?
Actually, no, I do
She
know
might
how
be on
that
a
works.
different channel, though.
You can basically press a button on your headset and be able to talk to her. Like, in other words, it's like Wi-Fi. She can pick up your signal, and you guys can pick up each signal, and you could do like a general broadcast, and anything within the area will be able to hear it.
Attention Kmart shoppers.
Exactly. So you can't talk to her.
Yeah, I don't have mindset push to talk. I have mindset to volume. to like what I
Okay,
told
well, there you go.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Zerk pushes off, and he makes his check and grabs the wall. And he's like, aha, I'm coming to save you. Rusty's up.
I'm going to kick Zerk's ass before this is all over.
Rusty's
No,
up.
let him run to the
He's
front.
gonna
It's all
save
good.
your ass before this is all over.
Rusty, get in there.
I am. Okay, I'm going to push off.
Move
Okay,
like
In
a
straight
bishop.
line.
You're going to have to go diagonal up into the ceiling to get past everyone. You can only move half your speed.
Could he do like a double move though?
Well, that's the question. Okay, so
No.
half my speed.
and just take the hit and smash into the wall without making the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
15.
Like
right,
move
but-
standard.
Well, yeah, I'd need to use a move action to not smash. So what if I willingly smash?
You'll be off kilter.
You could do that. I'll say
I'd
you
be
can.
off kilter. Right. I don't want to be off kilter.
You can go there and you'll be off kilter, or you can go above Cheddar. And
No, I'll go above Cheddar. All right.
okay, you can't see any of this because it's.
I'm above Cheddar. All right.
Oh, I see where you are. You can't see any of this because it's more. It's you just see a very large dark cavern, and you hear Mo like yelling, and that's it.
And that double movement was my entire round. So okay, so that's it.
Well, are you doing a double move? A double move will bring you. You can move. You can move once and stop at Cheddar.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you have
what
a
I'm going to
standard
do.
action
I don't
left.
want to be off kilter.
Okay, you can try to grab on the wall, or you can just wait next turn and you don't
Just
automatically
do what I
move
did.
15.
You guys are fucking around over there in the rear. Just drift across the cavern. You're really doing it the hard way. You're not doing any good back there.
It's fine.
That's
You can
what
just-
that's what Rusty likes. He likes to take,
Yeah.
he likes to be cautious.
That's
Oh,
typical.
there he goes. There's it.
There he
Oh,
goes.
he's in battle.
All right, give me. Well, you can make the acrobatics check. You just crash into the wall.
John,
so
Steve, hold on. The reason I had understood I could not do that this turn is that I would end up off kilter. Is that correct?
that is correct.
That is why I'm not doing it, John. Do you
And
understand?
off kilter is stupid. Like you don't care about that. It's a -2.
So
Who cares?
that's why I didn't do that.
So instead of not attacking, instead of not, it's a -2 versus not attacking for many rounds. That's what you're switching.
Well, one round.
Don't worry, Hiroji's coming to your rescue. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Okay. Hiroji understands what's going on. Okay. As long as we have,
It's actually you can only move half anyhow. So we're gonna fix all this and retro this whole thing. You can't do a double move in space. I just read it. So you can only go 15.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, there it is.
And you can't shoot because you don't see anything. Tuttle,
Cool.
you can see this sort of. This person, and the only reason you saw it is because you saw Mo fighting this person. They have extremely good cover behind this this boulder.
I'm
So-
going to do something that's going to deeply offend Mo. I'm going to pull out the Downside King membership card that Jaboxa gave us, and I'm going to throw it in the general direction of this person,
Okay.
hoping that perhaps if this person is a member of the crew and recognizes the card, maybe they'll stop attacking.
That's an excellent idea. I say it's a move action, pull it out. Standard to throw it. Just throw like you would a grenade to see if you can actually get it to where it is.
Does she have a big rifle like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question. Actually, she hit me with a melee weapon. Did
Yeah,
she
she hit you
drop
with
her Did she drop her rifle to do that?
No, it's just it's like attached to her arm.
Okay, like
So
a
it's
tether.
actually
Okay.
still
Okay.
actually tethered.
I got to get some of
She's a little bit more used to this 0G than you guys are.
Yeah, it looks like
And she also actually seems to be anchored and they're totally fine. Like it's like she has no problem. It looks like maneuvering. You actually do hit. And that token I just put on, that's where the card is. So the card's like floating 5 feet in front of her, above the rock. So we'll see what happens. That's actually your action.
You small child.
Cheddar's
Okay,
up.
on the other hand, I am going to have Cheddar. You don't take damage when you hit the wall, right?
No, you don't take
So
it.
Cheddar's going to catapult himself toward the fight.
Okay, he can only go 15.
Yep.
Okay, so
He'll
he
get there next turn.
okay, he's there, and yeah, he can only do a move, so he's done.
Oh, wait,
You use the move in a standard to throw the card.
Oh, right, so he can't attack. All right, sorry.
Hirogi.
I'm trying my very limited diplomacy.
Well, that's as far as I can move.
That's as far as you can move, and you also can't see this because it's 20 feet away, and you can only see 15. So you again just see.
Yeah, I have to get dark vision at some point. I am putting away my my bullet pistol, and and I'm actually going to draw my other gun.
Torsa is about to crash into the wall. Let's see. He doesn't make his roll, so he crashes into the wall. Torsa is like, "We coming to save you. We come to save you."
Does his helmet like crack and?
Oh joy! The cavalry's here.
Mo, you're up. What do you do?
Okay, I am up.
Check if she has an insignia from the ship.
I think there's no. Let's see. Can I do full attack in 0G? I think that I can. I didn't see any limitation to that, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And I also have this you programmed in my my weapon focus, correct, for melee?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here's my attack.
Get a -4 to each one. All right, first attack. Give me there's 3 of them. Which one are you going to hit?
The first one.
Okay. You destroy one of the images. Now there's only 2 left.
Okay. And for my second attack, and does it matter?
That totally misses. You didn't even
totally
come
missed.
close.
Okay, I rolled a 2. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 2.
But a
Sorry,
13, I like to see that.
The 13 was
actually
good.
hit?
Yeah, the 13 hit even with the -4, but the 2 totally missed. You even missed one of her images, so
okay. So we need at least a 16. Okay.
You're gonna need something
happy.
semi-decent. Plus, you had a -4, so you actually got a 5 there. So
yeah. Oh no, if I roll 2, there's no explanation necessary. Can I do a perception check?
You're totally done. Nope.
Okay,
done.
that's right. You're right.
All right, Zerk's up. Now we're fine. Don't worry about it.
No, actually, Clara's up.
Wait a minute, Zerka's got to get into combat here.
He's trying to get there. He's like,
he's creeping along.
I'm coming to save
God
you
damn it,
guys.
Zerk. Zerk, you've been holding back, and we're really a little embarrassed.
Torsa's not even there.
I can just picture him.
Zerk's gonna run into so many walls on the way that we're gonna have to put him in the concussion protocol.
Yeah. I can see him like tumbling in midair, firing his gun wildly. That'd be awesome. Technically, when you fire one of these pistols, it should push you back, right? Physics
depends on whether or not it's a projectile.
In theory, you're not incorrect.
They don't account for that. But equal and opposite reaction, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, they can sort of hand wave the tech and say that they're somehow they don't have recoil.
Recoilless,
in the future.
Yeah, but it's not a recoil thing. I mean, it is like light. If you shine light on an object, it will push it in a vacuum. It's energy.
She looks over at Mr. Mo and does her thing again.
Goodbye, Vesk.
Well.
Oh, come on.
She totally feints you. Yeah, she rolls a 19, which
trick
is trick attacking you, which is actually plus 17. So she easily feints. You're flat-footed once again.
Yeah.
Just roll for damage. Just roll for damage.
Rolls.
Oh, crit, of course.
Come on.
She crits you. And then she does her extra sneak attack damage. It's only for 6 points. But the sneak attack did 8 points.
8 out of 8. She rolls an 8 on a D8
attack. So she guts you like a pig. Really, really well. Zerg is up.
Zerg, get in here.
I'm coming, you fellas. I'm coming.
Ow, ow, wall. Ow, there's a wall.
Rusty.
Okay. Simplest thing is I want to head towards the fight. So.
Well, you're still going in the direction south. You're still, that's where you are.
That's where I'm aiming to end up. So I do an acrobatics there, right?
Yes, you automatically move there, and now you do a move action to try to grab onto the wall without smashing against it.
I get a natural 20 for a 27.
You easily grab onto the wall. Now you have a standard action if you want.
If I still have a standard action...
Yes, you still do.
Well, then I'm going to try and shoot him.
He moved and he grabbed on.
Yeah, I thought that
Move is
counted as
automatic.
action.
Oh, so once you're in motion,
drifted.
it's
Yeah,
free to
the
go.
yeah.
automatic.
Great.
See, 0G it's bad to stop, but once you get going, you just keep going. You'll never stop until you bump into something, and that's automatic. That's why you can't do a double move, because you just keep going. So, what are you shooting with?
My semi-automatic, of course. Why would I use anything else in the vacuum of space?
Of course not. There's 2 of her left. Which one do you shoot?
That one.
Give me a 1 or a 2.
I know. 1.
Well, you're 16, which was ended up being a 19. You, even with her improved cover, you managed to just nick one of them, and you hit the last one, and now there's only 1 of her left. So you did a great hit, but you hit the
That's
ghost.
good.
We hit every single image.
No, it's
Yep.
great.
You hit every
we've done
single
well.
image.
We had 75% chance not to do that.
Right, that's true. But
Wow.
when I put up my images, I'll be hit the first time.
Yeah. The whole room sees.
I'm going to pull out my weapon, my Lazimuth laser pistol, and I'm going to go ahead and try to shoot her since she did not seem to respond to my diplomatic gesture.
Oh yeah, that card just keeps flying and it bounces above her. Wow, Tuttle. Mr. Tuttle. Well, you roll a 16, hit with a 19, even with her cover, and you did a whopping 1 point of damage.
What did he roll? A 1?
He rolled a 1.
For damage?
It's a 1d4, he rolled a 1.
I'd like to point out that I saw her the 247 in her name, and I was like,
Well-
holy crap, I did a lot of damage. And then I was like, oh, wait, never mind.
The good news is she doesn't have damage mitigation. So,
That you know of, maybe she does.
well, we know that lasers.
So you did hit her. Cheddar is still going, right? Because he didn't grab onto anything. So
That's correct. Does he run into her?
no, he'll run into
Athletics.
the boulder. If he's trying to stay on the same level as her, he'll smash into the boulder right there.
Okay, so I guess he gets to try to do an acrobatics check.
That is correct.
Is it acrobatics or
That
athletics?
should be either one.
Either
Which
one.
one's better?
Oh, okay.
Either one. Rolls a 12,
Nice.
so he's off
Nice.
kilter. He's spinning
Aw.
in space. He can still try to do an attack. He just gets a -2.
All right, it's time for the tactical razor bat.
She does have cover from you.
Come on, Cheddar. Do it, Cheddar. Do it. Is there cover?
Yeah, there is. There's a boulder. It's
Yeah,
not really.
it's
It's sort of
probably more
drawn there,
than
but we're all on
-2.
top of it, so you can't really see it. But she
Yeah.
has this boulder in front of her that is actually quite good cover, and she actually gets not a +2, but a +4 against her. So you roll a 14, and it just hits her. And you hit her for 8 points of damage
Nice.
with the
Critical.
tactical.
Razor
Wait.
bat.
Wow.
That's a crit?
No, it's not a crit.
I'm looking at the log. It says a crit.
No, it's just explaining if it does crit, it would do that.
No,
Oh.
that's what that does is it explains it. I'm putting all the crit rules because it's so confusing because every
Right.
weapon does crit damage.
Different
I'm adding
crits.
crit rules so that I don't have to keep looking things up.
That makes sense.
Mo is almost dead again.
Yeah,
Mo is
I'm
out
dead.
of
I'm
stamina
getting outta
points and he's got
Not
a fair
really
amount.
shedding tears over that.
Yeah, that's not.
But Mo is my buddy, so yes. I know he's going to come through this.
At least for one more round, anyway.
Torsa and Zerk will scrambling frantically to save you guys. Cheddar is floating helplessly in space, tumbling in front of a large boulder. Mo is going mano a mano with this android and losing. Rusty managed to Superman himself across. And Hirogi is doing what Hirogi does best, hanging out in the back. So, who's up? Hirogi's up. Speaking of Hirogi, what are you doing? What are you going to do?
I think I'm still moving from my push-off.
You probably are still moving from your push-off. So, where were you pushing off from?
I'm going diagonal,
Okay.
like a bishop.
So, you will end up there. I will say you
Right.
go
Yes.
underneath Rusty, and now you're going to hit the wall. So, you need
Yes.
to make a DC As a move action, you have to do this. You have to make a DC 20 acrobatics or athletics check to steady yourself. Otherwise,
Did he provoke an attack of opportunity from me?
Yes. Do you want to grab him? You can try to grab him.
All right. I'd like to kick his antennas as they go under my feet.
Yeah, piggyback.
You can try to grab him. That actually is possible. If you try to grab him and stop him, you both have to make the check. And then you both can be off kilter. So
I made my check.
Hey, can he shoot first? Can he shoot first before making this movement check?
No, as part, I had to move. Like I moved before the last turn. I was in constant movement because of zero gravity.
Yeah. This is part of the movement.
So I can't do. I can't do.
Makes
shit.
sense.
I can't shoot. All right, but I will make my roll.
You have an excellent acrobatics.
Oh, I know I do. Yes, I know I do.
Standing by for the one.
If anyone can make this roll, it would be Hirogi.
Stand by, please.
If he knows how to use the program and make the roll.
He rolls a 4.
15. Is a 15 higher than a 20? No, it is not.
Well, yep, looks like he's off kilter. Useless in combat.
I smashed into the
Oh,
wall.
look at that. I added it, the effect. You are now spinning in space.
Like a miserable schwein.
I could have tried to steady you, but no, you said don't help me.
No,
No, don't help me. I mean,
made
you know what?
my acrobatics check. I'm steady.
I know.
Well, now you can make your attack at a -2 to hit.
I can.
Plus they have cover. Why not?
And plus, in like firing the melee, I'm sure there's stuff.
Well, there's no fire into melee anymore. Remember, this is Starfinder, but it's like it's kind of not on there because I didn't want to take up a lot of room. But she is behind this very large boulder that is giving her cover. So she literally says, hiding behind very large boulder, gaining cover. So, but you can do it, it's up to you. I mean, you might as well do something. You have a standard. So.
Well, can I use my standard action to not be off kilter?
Yeah, you can actually try again to steady yourself. That is possible.
She's dug in like an Alabama dick.
I will do that.
Is that a she?
It looks like a she, yes.
Oh, 27.
Yeah, that's how I do. That's how I do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah.
Okay, so you manage to hit the wall and then go, oopsie, and then quickly grab hold and that's better. Of course, now Torsa goes because you finished your whole turn just trying to
Yep, I know.
reorient
I get all
yourself.
discombobulated.
Yes.
Did we add up all the damage? Did we for Hirogi's
what?
turn?
We did. We added.
Yeah. 0. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Her torso is like, oh, hurry, me save. Now he pushes off, but he accidentally goes like really high, so he's flying towards the ceiling, and he's just going to be flying like way up there.
At what point do they become things that run into us and we have to kill them?
Oh,
soon.
that's coming. Mo
good.
is up,
Just
though.
making sure.
Mo, you're diagonally above her. You're 10 feet up. So you will provoke if you try to move. And there's no real withdrawal or anything because you're in space. So
Wait a minute. I'm not off kilter.
you're not off kilter, but you're 10 feet. I'm just saying you're 10 feet off the ground above her. She's like 5 feet. Remember, there's 30 feet of ceiling here. We're doing 3D combat. So.
Okay, but I can push off the wall here if I want to. Correct?
Yeah, but you're going to provoke. Sure.
10 feet away?
You're not 10 feet. She's 5 feet. You're 10 feet. You're diagonally 1 square away from her. That's how you've been fighting.
Okay, so there's
You're
no
within
guarded
5
stuff.
feet of
Okay,
each other.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
you attack her? You should.
Yeah, I'm going to use my standard action at least. I'm going to wallop her with my hammer.
Hammer time.
And attack is submitted.
Yeah, it actually says here that a creature in 0 of gravity cannot take move actions to move its speed, crawl, or take a guarded step.
That's what I thought.
Well, I got the good news. You hit. Oh, and you did 7 points of damage. You smush her.
For bludgeoning.
She does not like that.
That's good. Very good.
Anything else?
I'm thinking of taking a withdraw anyway, even to
You can't.
if it's
You can't.
well, not withdraw, but a move.
Yeah, you can definitely do that if you want.
Why? You're right there on top of her now, aren't you?
Because I'm practically dead.
Oh.
I don't have any stamina. She went through everything. Everything. No, I have no stamina. She's hitting meat right now.
Okay.
By the way, one very important thing to know, you need to have no less than 3 resolve points to pick yourself up from a fight. So as long as you have 3 resolve points and you drop to 0, you won't die. So...
But I have to hit 0 exactly, right?
Well, once you hit 0, you drop. There's no negatives. So and you start dying immediately. And then 0 can stabilize you. Sorry, 3 resolve points, you can stabilize yourself. And then you can use 1 resolve point to give yourself 1 hit point back, and you can jump back into the fight. Or you could just play dead. But it's very important for you to keep this in mind, because all of you guys with 5 resolve points now, which you all have, you're all safe. But once you go down to 2 resolve points, you drop to 0, you die. That's it. Game over. And you have 5. Everyone has 5 except for Hirogi, who has 4.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, right.
4,
All right.
You always did.
I'm going to...
Because it's based off your main stat, and you only have a 16 in your main stat, not 18.
Cheddar is Cheddar damaged or anything?
No, Cheddar's not damaged.
All right. I just don't want Cheddar to blow up in my
He's
face.
spinning out of control, but he's not damaged at this point.
Can I ask how many attacks does this bad creature get?
She's been hitting you with her knife and her trick attack, and she's been whipping your butt because she gets a plus 17 on the trick attack roll. It's basically almost an automatic success.
That's an operative doing what they do. Because I know.
But they can't do that for a attack of opportunity?
No, they cannot.
Not for an attack of opportunity. That is correct.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Hang in
I'm
there.
gonna take the attack of opportunity and push off. I mean, fuck. I can't take that automatic 2 hits practically every turn.
Okay. Where are you going? Move yourself.
I guess I'm just gonna push directly east, if that's possible.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
smash into a wall.
So you go there.
Yeah.
You don't hit the wall yet. Next turn, you'll hit the wall. She's going to take her attack of opportunity.
She hits. What do you know?
She hits with a 19. Hey, she almost critted you.
Yeah,
No
5.
chance of missing.
Well, she
Yeah.
rolls a 19 for
5
25 and hits you for 5 points of damage. Max damage on the knife. Max damage.
She's
Damn
a
it.
knife. Huh?
Of course, it's max damage. I'm done.
No, you've done your meat job correctly, meat. So good. Shoot the meat. It's almost dead. Shoot it. Shoot it.
She looks around and sees what's going on. And then she actually puts her arm up and looks at Hirogi and says, Parlay. Parlay.
Fuck that. Right after attacks of opportunity, she wants to parlay. Fuck that.
Oh, come on. I was going to do that on my turn. Jesus.
No, I'm with that. I'm with that.
She
I'm
looks
with
at
that.
you, she says, Parlay.
I was just about to do that. Damn it.
She's like, you guys obviously have bested me. Let's talk. I can give you info on who hired me.
I'm like, copy.
So lucky it's not my turn.
Drop the rifle. I put away my weapons. I sheath them.
Oh,
Drop the
Wow.
rifles. Let's talk.
I have to turn my microphone off right now. I have to.
I will parlay.
He's yelling so much. He's so angry.
John will
He's
be
cursing.
spewing profanity
That's fine.
for the next few minutes.
And
Well,
John's
that's
so-
a question. Is this podcast PG? I don't think so.
No.
It
hell
has
no.
been PG until now.
Yeah.
I've actually kept every single episode clean, which people like, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
If there's one curse, I cut it out, but if there's a couple, I keep them in, and it
that's
stays
fine.
explicit.
John's going to be working blue for the rest of the evening.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm disrespecting other people's turns, so let
That's
you guys
very good.
decide.
All right.
I don't. I want to know what is going on here. Stand down immediately. We will not attack you any further.
She's like dug in behind this rock, and she says, I agree. And you could tell, like, she is a professional. Like, especially Hirogi, that's
I
actually
know.
why she's talking to you, because she recognizes you as a fellow operative and professional. And she looks at you and says, look, no offense, guys. You're just a job. I just was doing my job. You guys are obviously very good. Let's just call a truce.
Yes, let's call truce because you know what? We have no ship to leave on. We need to get off this planet within hours. So,
Speaking of which, we need your ship.
She looks at you and says, funny you should say that, as you blew my ship up, if you don't remember.
Oh, I know you.
That was you. That was you. You are good. Your skills in aerial combat and ship-to-ship combat are exceptional.
Oh, wait, she was the space motorcycle?
Yes, the stiletto. You bested me in combat. Luckily, I was able to escape on my escape pod, which you weren't able to detect, and I crash landed here on this drift rock, hoping that either I can be rescued or you would come along and we'll see.
Well, you know, it's horrifically bad that you attacked us. Like, you could have come forth and told us about this. Let's work as a team. We have to get out of here. We have hours.
First things first. Let's talk about your employer. Who hired you?
Well, first of all, she like sort of stands up.
I assume Cambot is close enough to get all of this, since there might be something relevant to the arbitration proceedings.
Cambot's getting everything.
Great. Let me know when I need to make intimidate and or diplomacy checks.
She introduces herself as Carla 247, female android operative. She was hired to kill them, and she goes on to explain that she has no idea who her employer is, since they use shell companies to hire her. Although, you probably could guess. I imagine you've been making enemies recently. And she has no further ill will towards you. She's had 2 chances and failed both times. She's willing to let bygones be bygones and just let things be as they be.
No problem. All you need to do is forward your fee over to us. You, after all, you failed.
That would be an interesting idea. I'm not sure about that. How are you going to get off this rock?
I pull a second gun out and I clip a hand grenade to my belt for easy grabbing, and I make an intimidate check.
You actually only have one gun, I thought, because...
Nope, laser pistol.
Oh, your laser pistol. Try to intimidate?
And
okay.
Yep, that's my response to how I'm going to get off.
Okay, sure. Try to intimidate.
So that is a 23.
He rolls a 14, he gets 23. Gosh, we don't do that often.
Well, I usually use diplomacy, but this is where everybody has a weapon in their hands, so...
And you've got your little pea shooter, your intimidating little...
Well, so I brought more weapons out.
Yeah.
You're trying to bully.
Well, yeah.
It is 15 plus 1 1/3, 1 1/2 the opponent's CR.
Well, 23.
You beat it. You beat it. So she looks at you and she says... Well, how about this? Answer me this. How did you get here in the first place? You have your ship. It's no longer with you?
So her being changed in attitude to helpful means she's asking me questions. How did that work?
Simple. She wants to know how we're all going to get off. She believes you.
Oh, we're going to get off.
If
we're attached to a ship. This asteroid's attached
we can always
to a
actually
ship.
simply go back to the Acheron. We have other options. And by the way, answer the question you were asked now.
I mean, our main ship is gone.
What was the question?
I think you should either tell us your employer's name or at any rate transfer your fee to us since you failed.
She looks at you and she says, again, I know nothing about the Acheron or the Drift Rock or the rumors, nor do I care. All I care about is I was hired. And yes, I failed. Fine. She pulls a cred stick out and she whips it up into the air and it like floats in the middle of space, in the middle of this giant cavern. She's like, have at it. You can have what I have.
I'm okay with that outcome. I'm done. You all.
Wait, who hired her? I mean,
she's saying she doesn't know. She was
through
shells.
through shells.
Well, do you have a ship here? Because we need to get off this rock. I want to die here.
We just went over that.
We have the Archon. We could easily get off anytime we want. Anytime.
Where's our ship, though?
She goes on to explain now that you blew up her ship. She crash landed here on a life support pod. and she has no ship, and she's been stranded here ever since. Luckily, being an android, she doesn't have to worry about breathing.
Or light.
We might also be able to call Nor for see if he can arrange some sort of extraction.
Yeah.
Wait, can someone explain to me what's wrong with the Archeron?
Nothing.
Except,
Okay,
well, I mean,
so we have a ways out of here.
except
And not only that, we can drag this rock with us.
Yeah,
Bring it,
that's true.
and get paid.
Yeah.
But you know what? We need
except
to...
that-
Go ahead.
except that the ship is in quarantine and it may not let it come back or so. There may be
it's-
problems letting the ship come back.
There's ways around that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we'll cross
we're
that
not
bridge
dead,
when it comes
basically.
to it.
We're not
Yeah.
dead. That's
Um,
No, we do have a functioning spaceship, though. You're right
Yeah.
about that.
and it's bigger than the one we came on. So and it works, and we have
but
access and
the
everything.
one we came on has all our loot, though, and I'm bummed at that. I'm not happy about that. Rusty and I are not happy about that as a group.
God, that's right. That
Actually, I just got a credit stick. I'm happy.
Well, no, you don't have it. It's floating in space, though.
You don't have it. It's floating in the
Yeah.
middle of the cavern.
If
you
only
guys
we
could
had
do
a
mad
robot with a
dash.
jetpack that could go.
I,
get it.
actually, I will use my Lashunta ability to mind control it into my hand.
Excellent.
I use the force.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Cool. All right, you get a cred stick into your hand.
Great.
Okay.
it doesn't work that way. Does
Yeah.
it have a mind?
No.
Does that
I
really?
can
work that way?
I can
You have
send it
telekinesis?
Yes, I do.
He has
wow.
We're certainly not going
That's
to call
pretty
it
impressive.
Mage Hand because that was magic from a different game, but he has Mage Hand.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
have.
all right.
I have.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
He does. He has psychokinetic hand once per day. Once per day you can use that, and you did it.
Wow. How much is on that stick there, Hirogi?
Nope. It's Let me secret this and pocket it for a later time.
for
This is not
God's
the
sakes.
time to talk about this. Let's move on.
We're not moving on. Okay, so let's come to terms. First of all, she is healing me. She's healing me for all the damage that I took.
She looks at you and says, I have no healing.
Well, you have an awfully nice gun there. Why don't we take that?
Yeah. Well, I'm just done tanking unless
True
you guys
that.
have healing sticks. I'm not using my own. This is fucked up. You guys gonna parlay with this woman. She attacked us first. She attacked us last. That's and you guys are.
Do you think
I'm
my
ashamed to
robbing
be
her-
with you guys, frankly. It's
Do
a
you
little
think my
embarrassing.
robbing her of everything she has is parlaying with her?
I don't care about parlaying. We had her beat. She took
You're
tons of
complaining that
damage.
we're parlaying. I'm trying to take her for everything she's worth.
We
You're
actually
wanting to have her.
did not have her beat. She had us beat in a lot of ways.
No, she doesn't.
No,
Yeah,
she
she
did.
did.
We did. I did. First of all, I should say, Chatter and I did a ton of damage to her.
Yeah.
She wasn't looking good. Is that correct? We did a lot.
No, you killed all of her ghost images, or holographic
Yeah, which
ghosts,
is nothing as 0 damage.
which is nothing. And then you did 1 point of damage. Then you did some damage to her, and then she saw like all you people coming in,
And we
she
all got into
realized with the
positions, yeah.
goblins. You know what put it over the top? It was the goblins. That's what made her realize this is too much.
Well, good. They're earning their keep.
I find that hard to believe. But I will say, can I spec that rifle? I would like to see it.
She's like, well, the only person who can use any of this gear is a fellow operative anyhow.
Yeah, exactly. I would like
Really?
to see
Soldier
that.
can't use it? A soldier can't use it?
No, I don't think so.
I can use everything.
I know, but this is a special thing.
Not that I want it.
It's a tactical Sharon Eye rifle. It does 1d10 damage, but it only can shoot one round at a time.
But it's
and
like
you have to
really
reload.
long range and stuff like that.
It's very long. It's a sniper rifle. It's
Yeah.
it's a sniper rifle. It's got a very long range. You have to reload it every round, and it also has all these other things that you can.
Yeah,
It's good for
that's-
sniping.
That's not so good.
All right. Yeah, it's not great. Believe me, I already looked it up. As to like what weapons I can use, and I figured it'd be one of those. All right. Do you have other weapons? Because
No, she has
Just-
a knife. She would have
She
used
has a
them.
knife, and she's got an azimuth laser. And that's
okay. All right. Hold on to those. Hold on.
Whoa. She didn't say she was giving them to you. She was showing them to you.
No. Okay, yeah. Hold on to all your stuff.
She's not going to use it.
Wait,
she
what?
can have
Why?
her stuff. She's going to earn her keep.
Why?
First of all, if she's going to roll with us, she's going to earn her keep. That's at or roll for combat. That's what she's going to do. Those are the terms. I mean, of course she's got to earn her keep.
You know what? It's the code of thieves. I semi-trust that we all have to get off this rock. We have to get off. And we have to, I mean, her objective is not to kill us personally. So I think we should incorporate her in our plan to get
already
out.
tried twice.
I understand that. But
All right.
you go point, and let's get off this rock, because we're all going to die. Like, we have that ship, but that ship is tentative. Who knows? I mean, they stole our ship that we landed here and locked down.
She's looking and she says, well, I'm not built for point. I have long-range sniper abilities. However, I also need healing. So what healing do you guys have?
No, you're not really 100% trustworthy. Like, we kill you now, or you go point. That's kind of what we're talking about. And you're going to go point right behind the goblins, because they're going to go first.
She says, well, I do have some connections back at Opsilon Station I think you might be interested in talking to. So, sure, I can go point. Hell, you can kill me right now, but you're not going to learn anything.
If you have some information, go ahead and share it. If you're not going to share it, then you don't have information. This is a very simple binary situation. Are you useful or are you not useful? Good, share it. That would make you useful.
You're right. I have information. You will get it when we're on Absalon Station. Otherwise, just kill me now.
Oh, shit. She is right.
Don't care. Waiting for you guys to heal me.
You don't have any healing on you?
I have one healing, and I will not use that on me. I'm absolutely done tagging.
I have a suggestion. How about we revise the marching order? We put her in the back, but we have the goblins guard her, and if she even points her gun at any of us, it's clobbering time.
Goblins are horrifically bad at maintaining discipline. She just sort of walk away and just be like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. And yeah, I'm like, okay.
Mo, you have 3 healing potions.
Oh, I'm looking at one on my character sheet. What are they called?
You have 3.
Healing Serum Mark 1.
Oh, I've seen Mark 1, and I'm thinking that there's only one. Okay, so I'll use 2 of those. Those are a D8 or a D8 plus 1?
D8.
All right, I'm just going to use them. There's a 2. There's a 2.
Well, there you go.
2.
And there's
And
a
a
4.
4.
So now I have
you're good.
6 more.
You're in great shape.
Yay!
Don't forget, you can fully heal your stamina points by taking a 10-minute
Yeah,
rest.
take a
Well,
10-minute
yeah,
break.
that's
Remember
going.
stab.
We're already into the rest. I mean, that should happen automatically.
Are you doing that?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
hear
Are
you say
doing
that either, John.
You never
Oh,
said
fuck's
it.
sake!
You have to
10
say
minutes. Of course, we've been talking for a half hour right now. I mean, it's like how many topics have we gone over?
It. Okay.
Yeah,
you're
but
fully
it's
healed in your
a
stamina
matter.
points.
It's a matter of like, are you resting? Or are you like jibber jabbering and talking and messing around?
Right, because it
So-
matters, because now you have 4.
Jibber jabbering. Mr. T approves of your word choice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm jibber jabbering. I'm jibber jabbering right now, and so I can't take my 10-minute rest because I'm actually actively doing so.
Personally, I'm yammering on. I don't jibber jabber. All right, well, my vote is that we don't need her. We take her goods and cut her loose.
Nope.
Then what is your pitch? Give your end. Not, well, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. What is your end?
Look, I understand the life of the operative. I understand the life that
What
we
is
live.
your end?
We need to get out of here and conserve our oxygen. This being does not need oxygen, but she can help us. She knows from things, and she knows where that ship went, maybe. And I think a little bit more questioning and keep her on our side and advance.
So your end is she joins our party for the remainder of this mission.
Oh yes, yeah,
Jason?
absolutely.
I would say we hold her gun unless it becomes absolutely critical that she has her gun.
John? But we let her go or we keep her? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, we keep her with us and she can help us, but we hold off on giving her back her weapon unless we're like in deep shit and we need her shooting things.
She has 3 weapons.
I know it's economy actions.
Okay,
I
John.
think let her keep all her out.
Hold on, Chris.
I
John.
don't care. Honestly, I don't really care. I'm still waiting for healing. So
All right, that's 2 disarms and
every
2
decision
she
we've
joins
made
us.
on this trip
So,
has just
all right.
been stupid. I mean, not opening the crate. There's so much intel into that.
Okay.
I mean, we've done everything wrong.
No,
so let's just
not
keep
up
going.
in the crate is
We'll just
smart.
keep going. Yeah. Oh, the crate's gone. They've got the crate. We've been screwed by the guys that hired us to get the
We're
crate.
going to get our ship back.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna
Oh
get that
yeah.
ship
Get it
Of
all
course,
back.
we
We're
have
not-
so many means to
dude,
getting the
we're
ship back. That's definitely going to happen.
Oh, we're
Okay.
going to do that.
There are 2 votes for disarm and 2 votes for her joining us. That tells me we're doing both. Okay, we're going to hold your weapons, and you're going to be our guest for a while. We'd like you to help us.
Well, I can't help you without weapons, so all I'm going to do is just hang out.
Well,
with
don't
you.
worry. We're going to have them right near to you. We can hand them to you at
She's
need.
like,
Don't you
well,
worry.
considering I'm wounded, yeah, I'll hang out with you guys. I'm not going to help you since I'm useless without a weapon. So, sure, I'll watch and report upon your deaths after you fail horribly. And
Sounds
then-
perfect. That's great. We got a deal. Hand your weapons over to the robot in front of you, please.
She takes all 3 weapons and throws them up into the air, and they float away.
All right. Well, we have a robot who can fly after them, right?
So we have to spend like a couple rounds dealing with that nonsense.
Jason?
I will jump up and grab the rifle because I can use the rifle.
Yeah, Cheddar could probably do some retrieval.
She's like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to
I
aid you.
understand. I
And
know.
you want to take
The
away my
problem
weapons.
is the
Fine,
problem
go
is
right ahead.
You tried to
Go
kill
right
us
ahead.
a lot. You tried to kill us a lot.
Yes, professional
I'm
courtesy.
sorry. It's almost like we don't trust
Professional
you.
courtesy.
Yeah, it's almost like we don't trust you, or we're treating you like an enemy. It's shocking. I know you're just shocked by it all. Okay, Jason, if you could, I think you're
Yeah,
trying
I can
to
try
get
to get the weapons.
No, I actually jumped up and grabbed the rifle.
Right? I didn't hear the outcome of that though.
He grabs the rifle, and so he can get the rifle, and then there's a laser pistol and a knife floating around.
Does the rifle use batteries?
No, it uses ammo.
Mo is resting, so he's not going after weapons.
Steve, you heard that Jason sent Cheddar after the other 2 items, right?
Sure, Cheddar manages to. I would not use his jump jet since I think it's like once a day thing or something. So
No, just use the Crawley method.
yes, you can slowly spend 5 minutes pushing off at different vectors and angles to finally get to everything that was floating around in this gigantic cavern.
Oh, then my apologies. I would have done that then. All right.
The goblins, in the meantime, are sitting there drawing pictures in the walls, like in the sand, and making funny faces and laughing to themselves while you guys are doing all this.
No, that's useful. Drawing Kilroy was here, all that sort of thing.
Exactly. No,
Excellent.
Zerg was here.
Zerg was here. Okay. Well, 10-minute rest then for at least Mo. Does anybody else care about it?
I didn't take any hits.
Me either. Hirogi?
No, I'm good.
You guys have the weapons. She's like looking around. You guys are ready to move on, I guess. I mean, Mo is injured. Carla, 247 is injured.
Yeah, Mo's at the end of his rest. The question I had asked Chris is if you needed a 10-minute rest or no.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm uninjured.
The only one who took stamina damage was Tuttle, and he only took 3 points. And Mo is like fully rested.
I hate goblins. I really do. And I'm tempted to like engage them and lose stamina from them. But you know what? Let's move on. We're on a time clock here. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
With our air, find out what's the significance of. I understand, but we have to find out what this rock is all about.
Well, what you do is you float back towards the Akron. But yeah.
My regulator gets broken in combat. I'm dead.
If you get shot by an evil operative, you're dead.
I'm dead. I need to get out of here.
All right, moving on.
I'm claustrophobic. I'm dead. I go there.
Excellent.
I'm like, goblins, everyone follow me.
I'm behind her.
Oh, really? You're all the way at the back?
Yeah.
Well, at some point, John, we're going to have to talk about this I'm done with tanking thing.
Now, we can talk about healing up and you guys not actually doing anything and then actually having
What
a
do you
tank.
mean?
We don't
But
have
feel free to enter
No,
combat.
John, let's
Just
talk about
feel
this
free.
quick then.
Feel free.
John, I have no healing to give you except one potion for myself in case of an emergency.
Right.
Just like you had 3.
Okay. So this is
how you had 3?
We're 10 minutes after. This is the first time you've actually said that, and the conversation has moved forward. It's first time. Okay, so you're the first person to address that. I just want to say that. Thank you.
Right. You understand none of us have the ability to heal you, right?
No. There's been healing potions have gone out. You guys have some healing potions. I
have 1. You're absolutely right. How many do you have on you right now?
I have 1.
You also have 1. Great.
I have
4, 5, 6, something? Yeah.
No. I have a serum. A serum Mark 1. I do have serum Mark 1. It heals you of does heal you of hit point damage.
Well, he's used 2 of them already. He's got 1 left.
Yeah.
Wow.
We gave you most of them. We did not leave you alone. We did not show no interest in your health.
Feel free.
No, we did not show no interest in your health. We did not leave you alone.
You can use a resolve point to buff up your stamina.
Well, that's already been done. We've done the 10 minutes.
He did that.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, Mo, why didn't you?
I have 3 healing serums. I will give one to. I will give one to Mo because apparently, that what if he's drinking that, he won't be blaming us for the choices he made by leaping into the middle of a fight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's like this is the first time that this group has ever wanted to go into combat, like damaged, and I mean, this is kind of crazy. You guys aren't engaged.
What?
You guys don't engage combat. This is a very slow combat. Like the first person who goes in is going to get absolutely serrated by whatever's in there. And it takes a long time because we're in 0G. It's screwing up, and I need healing. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, this was one opponent that had 2 attacks per round.
Well, everyone has 2 attacks per round, but yeah.
Well, 1 attack with
with the special ones though.
One thing, keep in mind, you guys can stack. Like the hallways are 15 feet high, so. Not that I'm telling you how to do it, but you can think 3-dimensional thinking. If you guys want to make a big stack and go in like a wall, I'll take care of it. I'll do it in the program.
The GM is laughing at the superior intellect.
I'm laughing.
All right, you know what? I don't give an F. I got this. I'm gonna sneak. I got a really good stealth. I'm gonna stealth it and work it out. I'll recon. And I'll report back.
That makes sense.
Audio con.
GM, did you move the serum to Mo? Because I'm going to use it.
You can just roll. Yeah, I took care of it.
Okay. Oh my God, it wasn't a low. Nice. 7.
Yay!
I don't know why I rolled a will.
And you rolled a 20.
A 20 for a useless will save. Great.
I don't know why Mo should be complaining because he's literally topped off.
Yeah,
he's completely healed. You couldn't be any more healed.
Okay, so now we can have combat. We're healed up.
I'm going to roll stealth. I'm going to move my maximum move.
All right.
Actually, a thing about stealth is we are silent as we move. Is that correct? In a vacuum.
Well, space is silent.
Oh, no, me.
Well, here's the thing. The problem with stealthing in space with the light...
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's really not going to be possible.
Oh, I forgot
because,
about that. You're right.
Like, it's pitch black. It's got to be pitch black.
Stealth is like a weird mechanic. Yeah, stealth is a weird mechanic because it's like... If you're stealthing and there's like trees and stuff, I'm like, sure. Or if you're like in an office, sure. You're like ducking around. You're literally floating in a cavern with nothing in it that's pitch black, and you're using a headlamp. How do you stealth? It's
that floating light?
Exactly. It's impossible. Yeah. It's actually impossible to stealth.
It's
I guess you should either. Yeah,
unless we have infravision.
You're right. Oh no! Eventually, I will get darkfish. Eventually, I'm going to be a invisible knight that is striking from cover and invisibility and flanking every time.
That would be good.
That's going to happen
in gravity.
We assume gravity most times, no?
Well, yeah, not gravity, but space is harsh.
I would hope that in life I would have a planet that has gravity.
Well, yeah.
Eventually you'll have gravity,
Yeah.
but that's one of the fun things about Starfinder
I know.
is zero G, which I heard is lots of fun, and we're finding out fun. Although fun is a relative term, I'm finding out.
All right, so I'm not
So
going
we
to
should stack. Let's do the stacking thing.
I'm gonna man up like a man though. I'm gonna go in guns blazing.
Go forward. Excellent.
Okay, but
I'm gonna have knife in one hand, laser pistol in the other, and I'm just.
you don't want to stack? I mean, that makes sense because it takes many rounds for anybody behind us to catch up because we're.
Well, you guys are already stacked, but yeah, I'm gonna stack. I'm gonna go here. I'll be the back of the stack.
No, they mean a stack vertically. Like someone's at 5 feet, someone's at 10 feet, someone's at 15 feet. That's what they mean by
If
the
that's
stacking.
in the front on the first stack, like I assume would Cheddar be next to me, and maybe Hirogi,
Yeah, makes sense.
because we want people close together. It looks like because this is, and then can we say like when I move? Oh yeah, that's what those numbers are. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the numbers
okay.
are. The numbers are where your height
Okay.
is.
What's
So,
with this? I thought it
you
was a
can
bug.
yeah. No,
No.
that's your height.
Okay.
That's your height. I'm
That's
doing
cool.
it on purpose.
All right, Hiroji, do you want to be in the front stack, middle stack, different stack?
Yeah.
I'm okay with middle stack.
Great. I have no problem with middle stack either.
I can't be the only one who's in the mood for pancakes now. After all this talk about stacks.
Yeah, I had them for breakfast. Yeah,
You know,
it's
I have
good.
not had pancakes in a couple of years, and then I actually had pancakes. So I'm like, wow, I missed.
All right, so who's in the bottom of the stack in the middle?
We should probably move.
Rusty, Tuttle, and then Hirogi?
I'll take bottom, Hiroji middle, Tuttle top. Does anyone have a problem with that?
Execute.
Yeah.
Should
All right.
Should we keep the various NPCs spread out a little bit? Why don't we put
I kind of want her in the middle.
Why don't we put her in the middle and I'll stay back with the goblins?
Yeah, that makes
Love it.
sense. Yeah. The mice,
Put her in the
mice
middle,
and the
middle.
goblins in the back.
She's middle, Hiroji top, I'll be bottom.
You know what? It's a perfect moment to understand trust. And if trust is if I made a big mistake in trusting her, then I fail and we all die. But if I made the right choice, then we win. I trust her.
All right.
All I know is you guys have a really big party now. I mean, this is
Yeah.
crazy. You guys have 8 people in your party.
I know.
It's pretty funny.
You're attacking the darkness. There's nothing in there. It's an empty room. You know that, right?
Yeah, we're just getting the order here. We've been through this room, I think, haven't we?
No.
We
Well, we walked
yeah,
into this
yeah.
room,
To it,
but not
we
down
decided
This
the
is
not
hall.
the
to keep
room that
going.
has this
Yeah,
is
we've
the
been here.
room. This room is with the dead humanoid
Yeah.
body that's floating in the cavern, where he's wearing an Esotec suit
It's
with the
ripped up.
patch that reads Acheron, and you found out that he died from the Akado's wounds, and that's basically
Right.
it. And he had the backup generator armor upgrade, which Tuttle installed into his suit. And you also found the Aztec suit and the empty survival flare gun.
And I guess we're taking full round turns to just move along.
Yep. All right, cool. Moving forward.
So that definitely did not go in any way I expected. I always wondered what writers meant when they would say they didn't know exactly what was going to happen with their characters until they were actually writing them on the page. And now I see what they mean, because I really didn't expect at this point that they would have 2 goblins and now an android operative hanging out with them exploring the Drift Rock. That really wasn't in any of my plans. This just sort of organically happened while we were playing. And having a party of 8 is really different than having a party of, 5 in this case. Not only is the map really crowded, but if you thought 3D deep space combat in darkness was hard already, do it with 8 people, and oh boy, it really gets hairy. Quite a challenge, I have to say. As for this week's GM tips, I wanted to talk about PC versus GM responsibilities. So one thing I often tell my players is that PCs and my players, they have to know all the rules associated with their PCs. And that means all their special abilities, all their spells, all the DCs for their spells, basically everything about their PCs. They need to know them inside out, upside down, and how they work. And I really don't have time or capacity in my brain to really memorize all that. I have to deal with so many other items as a GM. I have to deal with all the monsters and the story and the rules and everything else that I just ask my PCs that they know their characters inside out, upside down. And in this case, because it's a new system, one thing that actually escaped us, and this is going to continue to escape us, is that Yosoki have a special ability called Moxie, in which they aren't flat-footed or have a lot of the bad effects when they are off-kilter. And I actually downplay off-kilter in this episode. Off-kilter is actually really horrible. I just say it's a -2. It actually does a million other things. -2, they can't do move actions, they're flat-footed. It's really terrible. You don't want to be off-kilter. So when this happens, we didn't really catch this until much later. Now again, this wasn't anyone's fault. I do expect my PCs to know how their PCs work, because I just don't have time to know everything about them, especially when it comes to spells or special abilities. I often will check them and read them over to make sure they're correct, but they might use a special ability that hasn't come up in half a year, so I'm just not going to remember that special ability. So I really ask all my PCs to know that. As for my responsibilities, unfortunately it's about everything else, and in our games I also do the inventory management. So I take care of pretty much everything else. The other thing I also do is I do ask for one person to help look up rules for me whenever we're looking up specific rules as things come up. And usually I'll have multiple volunteers help me out with that. And you'll even hear that on the show sometimes. So when it comes down to it, I usually I have the PCs to know their characters inside out, upside down. I have them help me with the rules. And one other thing is when I'm doing this in person, I'll also have the PCs help me with combat, usually with initiative tracking or with other items that are being tracked. This actually helps a lot because it keeps them involved, especially if they're not going a specific round. I try to have PCs have as much responsibility as possible during combat so that they can stay engaged throughout the whole combat, because when you're not going for 5 or 10 minutes, it can be very boring. So I often give them something to do. And as a GM, well, I'm responsible for pretty much everything else. And that's expected. I don't mind doing it. In fact, I enjoy it. And just requires a lot of preparation. I often am taking extensive notes on every single monster before they encounter them. All the rolls they need to do for things like trick attack, or identifying them, or doing feints or anything else, so I don't have to look up the DCs. And after all that careful planning, the monsters are usually killed in a few rounds, and then I crumple that piece of paper and I throw it in the garbage, never to be seen again. But that's okay. I really don't mind. So if you guys are running a game, hopefully that helps out. And I'd be curious if you have any other tips of what you do between GM and PC responsibilities. So once again, this week we have our $100 contest where we're giving out a $100 Amazon gift card. All you need to do is submit a review on iTunes or Stitcher or Facebook, and then just email me at contact@rollforcombat.com with your name, and that's it. You are entered. That's all you need to do. And I haven't gotten too many entries lately. Anyone who's entered before is still entered. But don't forget, you have a very good chance of winning. So with that, this week's winner is Diltrus, whose real name is Daniel. And he put in a review. So Diltrus, if you're still around and you are listening to this, just contact me and you will win your $100 Amazon gift card. So once again, do check us out on all the places you can check out sites. We have a great website that we're always adding content to. Jason is writing a follow-up show every week called Talking Combat that comes out Thursday, where he goes through each show in detail. In addition, check out the Discord channel. We have hundreds of people there now. We're playing Starfinder on the Discord channel. Plus, you can see all the images from the shows. You can check us out on YouTube if you want to listen to them that way instead. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on Twitch. We're on Twitter. Pretty much everything. You name it, we seem to be there. And definitely do follow us on iTunes and do put in a review. It helps the show quite a bit. And if you have any questions or comments, please write us. We listen and look at all of them every week. We really enjoy hearing from everyone out there. So make sure you contact us. And with that, I will talk to you guys next week. See ya.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember that the producers of Roll for Combat are not responsible for any listeners who begin attending satanic cult meetings after being exposed to role-playing.